The poem. Laugh and be merry, John Masefield. Laugh and be merry, remember, better the world with a song. Better the world with a blow in the teeth of a wrong. Laugh, for the time is brief, a thread the length of a span. Laugh and be proud to belong to the old proud pageant of man. Laugh and be merry, remember, in olden time, God made heaven and earth for joy he took in a rhyme. Made them, and filled them full with the strong red wine of 'tis mirth. The splendid joy of the stars, the joy of the earth. So we must laugh and drink from the deep blue cup of the sky. Join the jubilant song of the great stars sweeping by. Laugh, and battle, and work, and drink of the wine outpoured in the dear green earth, the sign of the joy of the Lord. Laugh and be merry together, like brothers akin, guesting a while in the rooms of a beautiful inn. Glad till the dancing stops, and the lilt of the music ends. Laugh till the game is played, and be you merry, my friends. About the poet, John Masefield. John Edward Masefield, the 1st of June 1878 to the 12th of May 1967, is an English poet and writer, and a famous one for the positive outlook to life and thought when the world around was perturbed by many physical and psychological disturbances. He was the Poet Laureate of the United Kingdom from 1930 until his death in 1967. He is remembered as the author of the classic children's novels The Midnight Folk and The Box of Delights. His poems are also very incisive and are remembered and read till now. Some of his significant poems are The Everlasting Mercy and SYBA. John Masefield also did some experiments with the genre of the poetic drama, and some of his plays were popular. He is well known for his plays such as The Tragedy of Man 1909, The Trial of Pompey the Great 1910, Good Friday 1917, The Trial of Jesus 1925, and The Coming of Christ 1928. Religious in their themes, his poetic plays have some appeal to the mass. Thus, Masefield was a multifaceted writer of the 20th century, and it is evident that we know and read him so as to get acquainted with some of the treasures that he created. Summary of Laugh and Be Merry. John Masefield in the poem Laugh and Be Merry asks the readers to have a positive attitude in life, as it is what makes life enjoyable and worth living. We all know that life is short, and therefore we should all endeavor to enjoy the fruits of happiness of life. The poem is a celebration of life, and therefore, he thinks should be enjoyed and cheered to live it to the fullest. The poet thinks that human beings are the most meaningful creation of God, and everything around us are meant for our enjoyment. Thus, an anthropocentric worldview is presented in the poem, as he seems to suggest that even the moon and the stars are created by God for the pleasure of human being. As God's most meaningful creation, we should not waste our lives in doing wasteful activities, but should engage ourselves in our positivity so that we can celebrate ourselves as well as the God. He further seems to suggest that human life in earth is similar to that of a visitor in an inn who is merely guests, and as we enjoy life in an inn, similarly we should also carry on with the dance of life till the music of life carries on beating. Apparently, the poem Laugh and Be Merry seems to be a simple celebration of life, but when one looks at it critically, one realizes that it is providing a constructive view of life, the view being that life is short and it should not be wasted sorrow and despair, and should be lived to its utmost with all the pleasures and music of life. The world, the universe, is nothing but a manifestation of the joy of life that God wanted to create, and when we are being put in the midst of this, it is our duty to savor and rejoice each moment of our life in this world. the moon, the stars, the earth, all God's creation are but for human beings. We are here amidst all these beautiful aspects of nature as God intends us to enjoy them to the fullest. He further adds that human beings live on earth are similar to that of guests in an inn. We live here temporarily, but soon we are back to the Almighty. But the poem is not just a celebration, it also reminds us that there are many wrongs in this world. Therefore, the poet reminds us that we should not merely rejoice but also at the same time should focus on tackling evils.